George! Get George! But I'm going away.
Joe, I like the way you move it. Go ahead.
Ooh. Big stretch.
You wore them yesterday.
No.
Yes,
I wore the other half of these yesterday.
So they are an odd thing.
You couldn't even tell. I had you swindled.
You'll get lost in there, George.
What's that one doing?
To be honest, George, I'm just waiting to get some start to me starter. So we get up and running, you know. Tried kicking it in the guts. Just didn't kick. It just didn't kick, no. Yeah, it's just not starting.
No, it's another one.
Yeah, we'll try that. Well, Sam, we'll try something new. George, can I come around to your place and play with you?
Double cheese ball, that's a big cheese ball.
Okay, we got Jamie's S13 here. We've had a couple photos up about this thing in the last couple days, and we are nearing completion on this. We're about ready to head to the dyno, so we figured we'd sort of catch you up to speed on this car because it's kind of just popped up out of nowhere. So Jamie is from Sydney, and his car is from Sydney too, obviously, if you didn't pick up on that. So this car was already running an RB26 combo, made 600, and then it had like a 800 as like a big tune. We've been talking to him, apparently never really got to use the 800 tune because it didn't work properly. It'd always cough and splutter and not run right on the 800 tune anyway. So this car was making 600 horsepower essentially for the time that it was together. So he sold his bottom end, and we organised a new RB30 bottom end for him. He also sent the head up to us a while ago, so we've actually had his engine and head for a while now, just waiting for them to get finished. But so he sent them up a while ago. We sent the head off to our head guy and got a full sort of SRS head. Fat. I'll start at the bottom and work our way up. How about that? We'll do that. So we've got an extended sump on the bottom. It's a custom extended sump. Sump was already made. Had really good baffling inside it when we got it from Jamie. Not sure who made that, but it's pretty well done. It's pretty well thought out. And then all I did was go ahead and convert it from internal pickup to external pickup. So with these Nitto pumps, they have an option to feed the oil externally. That's if you were to go to an external oil pump. But we use it to provide an external pickup. And what that external pickup does is basically we put a tube that goes in the rear of the sump. It's got a slit, which is where the oil goes into the tube. And so the oil pickup is actually the rearmost point of the sump. So when you're under acceleration, it's always covered in oil, is the theory there. So go ahead, did that, modified the sump, got that all done. Coming up from there, we got the PRP girdle brace, not the full integrated one, just the one that bolts onto the factory girdle and then to the pan rail. And coming up from there, that obviously all bolts onto the RB30. So we've got a cast RB30 block, Nitto pistons, Nitto rods, factory crank, Nitto head gasket, and then on top of that, we've got the RB26 head. So this is a full SRS head, full shimless head, 288, 292 Kelford cams, nice port job, fully checked over, everything like that. Our head guys are a bit of a whiz, so it's all perfect, ready to go. On the cold side, it's a factory GTR manifold. We do have plans, or he does have plans to upgrade that very shortly in the future. We're going to go to a Plasma Man intake manifold on this side, just the raw finish one, so that it sort of sticks with the raw finish everywhere else. For now it works and it looks all right. On the other side we've got a G45 1600 Garrett turbo, and that's on a 6-boost. It's an older 6-boost, it's still a T4 flange, but it fits really nicely in the bay, so it works well, and it's still a really good manifold obviously. Turbo 400 gearbox, so another automatic car, another fast, big power auto. Elite 2500 Haltech controlling it all. So it's got Bosch 2000cc injectors, no, Bosch 2200, sorry. And then R35 core kit, PRP top trigger, PRP crank trigger, all the same stuff that you sort of see me talk about on everything. We try to keep it all the same across cars because it's the stuff that we use and it's the stuff that we know works all the time. You don't really sort of scratch your head wondering if you've got spark blowout or trigger errors or whatever else, you know. You just use the right stuff from the start and it'll treat you well. Dan from our SRS Auto Glass portion of the company, he was here, got the windscreens, the front rear windscreens pulled out. I believe we actually got a brand spanking front windscreen put in this thing, as well as new rubbers on the front, so these things are all perfect. They're not torn up and cracking like they usually are.
Bottom down, easy bottom down.
No, it's back window brake.
Word! Nah, see, I knew that.
Okay, I'll take this one.
You on that side?
And then I'll walk down the sidewalk behind the car.
Right,
This lip here goes over the body.
over the body.
You'll see, you just
Yeah,
hold
you
it.
just tell me when and
I'll spin
where.
around, I'll walk the hard
You
yard.
go the hard way, I'll go easy one.
And you can put your down.
Well, I'm going down, eh? I think why not?
See you go, George. Holy dooly, he did it correctly.
I did?
I'd give you a job.
No, he'd give me a
George,
job.
that ad, Phil.
And then we got the same on the rear, got a new rear seal, but it is still the same rear glass. Front runners on the front, big slicks on the back. I think they're a 275. They fit really nicely. It sits really nice on those wheels. Suspension, yeah, new coilovers. So it's got MCA red drag spec coilovers in it. So it did have max speeding rods coilovers in it, which he had planned to get rid of, and then he was like, yeah, I'll get rid of them at some stage. And then Stewie found out that he had them, and Stewie was like,
Nah, you're not leaving them in there, you big dumb dog.
and so now it's got MCA red coilovers in it. They are actually revalved. They're some of the first, so MCA now offer a drag spec coilover. These ones actually came out of Stewie's car because Stewie's once again changed his mind in direction that he's going with his red car, so he's not going to be using these ones in his car. They're brand new, and they were some of the first sort of drag spec valved MCA coilovers that they made. So they'll be sick in this thing, and I'm sure it'll ride a lot better than it did on the old Max Pleasure rods. So other than that, we've got a new 4-inch dump pipe Daniel fabricated to suit into the original 3.5 inches exhaust, and it's also got an AES dump valve on the side. So you flick a little switch inside, it opens the valve up, makes it nice and loud and rowdy, and then you close the valve up and it makes it really nice and sort of subtle again. So we're just about finished with this thing. We're pretty much ready to head over to the dyno now and tune her up and run some numbers up. We're hoping to crack pretty much 4 digits is all we're really going for. As soon as we see 4 digits, we're happy, because like I said before, it was really only at 600 before, even though we had an 800 tune, you couldn't actually drive it on that. So we crack 4 digits on this thing, it'll be sick. We're gonna have some boost settings on the inside, so he'll be able to run it on gate pressure, and then say 750, 800, and then full kill mode, whatever that ends up being. That's the update, that's where the car came from, and then this will also go back to Sydney, obviously, once it's done. He's gonna come up and trailer it back home, so pretty cool to have an out-of-state car, I guess. We've got a couple of them now. We've got John's car behind us as well. I was originally from Sydney, so... Oh, it's Tyson. Let's go put it on the truck. Looks good for me. Sorry, just getting a photo for the gram.
That's great.
I can just airdrop it to you if you want it.
Oh, yes, please.
Oh my god.
Don't.
Okay, so we got Jamie's RB26 S13 here. It's sitting on top of our brand new 3D wheel aligner. So Juddy's just gone ahead and got this thing dialed in, got a nice grippy alignment put in it. This car is now pretty much all ready to go. Back to Jamie. Jamie's coming up on tomorrow for me, but not tomorrow for you. So he's going to be here to pick this thing up and trailer it back to Sydney. But it's all done. We came off the dyno this morning, really happy with it. So the car ended up going 1,020 horsepower. So $1,020 horse puppies. Really happy with those numbers and pretty much got to the goal that he wanted. So Jamie's sort of whole dream for this car was to be a 1,000 horsepower S13, and so we're sort of really happy that we actually, I've got to answer this as persons, we're actually really happy that we were able to do that for him. So it made 1,020 at 41 pound. Hello. Happy, really good numbers, sounds healthy, and it stands up through the auto. It's this thing's going to be crazy fast. So everything's sick, everything's working, everything's really happy. It was fast. Hello. Yeah, look at that. Burson's Toowoomba, great service. Very snappy, very quick. Yeah, boot settings all set up, everything's sick, the auto's sick. For now, the thing's sick. It looks great, it drives great, super clean, super tidy, and I'm sure it's going to be a very fast car. So yeah, tomorrow we're loading up G-Up, and we're loading up the red S15 with the 2JZ, so we're loading them up, and we are heading down to Matook's Charity Dyno Day at Sydney Dragway, I think it is. So, I don't know, if you're local to Sydney and you're going to the Dyno Day, we'll be down there. You can come out, check out G-Up, and I'm pretty sure that Jamie is actually taking this car the following weekend to GDR Festival, and he's gonna run, do a quarter mile run. So I think he wants to put this thing in the 9s. I'm not too sure. I'm pretty sure he said he had goals of a 9-second car. So if he can put the power down, I'm sure it'll do that. It's got big rubber, it's got the coilovers now, and it's got the alignment to do it. So if the track's there, I think he won't have any troubles doing that at all, which is sick. So yeah, that's the update. That's where we're at. I guess you'll see, probably the next video you'll probably see is a Matook's Dyno Day video, I guess, eh? So that'll be sick. Go down and check out some other big horsepower RBs, which is pretty sick. Matook's is sort of one of the big boys that we kind of look up to. Some of the stuff that they're doing is pretty incredible. So we're trying to be on that level one day. So it's going to be cool to go down and sort of get a bit of a, not an inside scoop, but like an up close and personal look at all their sort of stuff. So that's it. Like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll see you on the next one.
Wankers out here.
Yeah,
look at them all.
What's going on?
Look at parts or something. And then just nips it out. Do you know how many out there that really want to fucking have a drink?
We don't believe in the use of vices.
Harvey will tell you that it's got superchargers. Two.
Why not?
Yeah, Harvey will love that.
Tell him he's got two. You don't know any better?
Yeah, you can play with that today.
I will. First go.
Cool.
Bugger!
Remind me not to lend you any of my cars.
What? What's hilarious? Huh?
Just how you're holding it.
How does it hold? Makes sense though. Silly Billy.
Tell you what I'm not worried about. I'm not worried about my super. I'm not worried about life insurance.
How'd your eyes check that with?
No.
You go Specsavers.
Oh, it's still not enough. At least George and I aren't fat.
Oh, lucky for you, there's a stud right here.
It's George!
Contemplating flipping this. But I don't want to,
Huh?
like, the outcome, if it goes wrong, is quite, like...
You gotta risk it for the biscuit.
Yeah, but I haven't found, there's no bickies.
The bickies is.
You want me to have a bicky on a Thursday, on a school night? You want me to have a biscuit?
Just a little bicky.
A disco bicky?
Yeah, like a tiny teddy.
No, little teddy. Just one teddy. Like a chop chip teddy.
Potentially maybe take
George, don't get that. Smash them, lick them.
What?
I said, you hear that, Daniel, you elephant?
You can eat them. You can tell me to do things.